What does Auburn's defense show you when you're watching the film?
I think it's going to be a real good offense versus defensive game. You know, overall, their defense is really, really good.
What impresses you about them?
They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I think their D-line is going to be a real talented group.
To put maybe pressure on you guys to get open quicker, to get out in and out of your breaks quicker?
Oh, definitely. All that ties in together.
Because when you go into a situation like this where, you need to win to continue what you want to accomplish this year, you can give yourself a shot. Does that change the mentality at all this week, or even going into the game, do you have to kind of do anything different?
No, not at all. We're going to go to this game just like any other game. Let the rest take care of itself.
What do you remember of the screen you took for a touchdown against Western Carolina? What do you remember of it?
Just a kick-out block by Jew, and then just hitting the sideline.
I mean, y'all use a lot of screens and pop passes and things like that. Is blocking something that y'all prioritize more than most wide receiving corps?
Oh yeah, definitely. Without that block, the play's dead. So.
How'd you enjoy your birthday?
It was all good. My family got to come up here this weekend, and we really enjoyed that.
You talked to Smitty about having like underrated strength. Is that something you see in his game?
Yeah, definitely. Smitty's like 160, but he can put it on. He can put it on people. He can put it on defenders.
Do you have an example or anything you've seen?
Not one I can think of. I know it's one. I can't think of one right now, but he put it on. He put it on a couple players.
I think you talked a little bit about the defensive line, but what about the defensive backs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they talented also. I think they're a real good group. Aggressive. So it's gonna be a real good challenge for us.
Is that aggressiveness, I guess, something that really comes to your attention when you're watching film or when you're getting ready for them? And it's pretty obvious when you're watching tape.
Oh yeah. Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious when watching tape and doing all that film study. But, really aggressive. They are ball hawks. I think they do a good job of running to the ball, try to get the ball out, all that.
Nick talked about offensively, especially early in games, trying to get Mac and really any quarterback comfortable with some short passes, like those pop passes or whatever. How much is that on y'all as well to kind of come through and make big plays to help him get comfortable?
Anything to help the quarterback out, And that's not just with Mac, just any quarterback that comes in to also. To Leo, everything that we can do to help the quarterback make his job easier, we try to do.
Those help his confidence early on, kind of get him into a rhythm. What do they do for the receiving corps? Does that kind of also get you guys?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it helps us out, just get us confident. Most people would be nervous coming to the game, and that first little tackle, first little time touching the ball, get you out of it.
Is there any benefit with those, like the actual pop pass runs, essentially, to kind of get the ball in that situation? Just take that hit early.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely that first hit always, get your mind right and get your mind set into the game. So I think of that.
Have you ever tried to? You've had a couple of those pop passes right this year.
Yeah.
Is that how much do you like that play, knowing that you can kind of take the edge?
I like it a lot. Just for how it opened up the offense and get defenders on edge and not knowing what to expect next.
Do you have a punt return that maybe stands out in your memory this year that might be your best?
I got a couple that I watch back and be like, what was I doing there? Not one that I was like, I like that one more than any other.
Are you surprised that people keep punting to you?
Nah, not surprised at all. I mean, I hope that they punt it to me.
When you make a reverse field and kind of actually go the wrong way sometimes, what is going through your head? And I know you're probably just trying to make a play, but how much do you realize, okay, I'm kind of going backwards for a little bit here?
Yeah. I kind of hit my head like mid-play. So when that kind of hit my head, I'd be like, all right, maybe it's time to get upfield and get some positive yards.
Does it matter just going fast? No matter which way you go, just go fast?
I try to keep that in mind, too, just not to get tackled,
How much do you hear Saban's voice in your head when you're going backwards?
I could just hear him screaming and getting that good scream after going on the sideline, so that kind of put a little bit more in for my running.
You're from Houston, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what was it like last year? I know you'd heard about the Iron Bowl, but to actually be there in that atmosphere? I mean, was that anything that lived up to what you had heard it was going to be like?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, our bowl is just a rivalry game. This is a big rivalry game, no matter where you're at. I think everybody know about the Iron Bowl, just like any other rivalry game. And well, so yeah, definitely lived up to the hype. I really enjoyed it.
Is seeing believing though? I mean, you've heard about it, but then when you're actually out there on the field, was it what you thought it was going to be? Was it a little bit more? Was it less? Was there any?
I mean, it was just a regular game, but it meant more, like, to us. But we kind of look at it like any other game.
What have teammates told you about? You haven't been in Jordan area. What have teammates told you about that atmosphere?
Oh, they say it's a hard place to play. You know, we played in some crazy environments already, but they say it's a really tough place to play. And I'm excited to like go there and see.
It talks about putting in noise and other things like that. What are those practices like? Can you even hear yourself think sometimes?
Oh no, when they put in noise, you can't really hear. You gotta really know what's going on and everything. You gotta know what you're doing, know what's going on. So it really helps, especially when you get into like real game environments.
Do two more. Any others?
Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.